You know, a few years ago I thought I was a pretty decent gardener. I'd been doing it long enough. I knew my planting dates, I knew my zone, I even had my little garden journal going. But there was one summer where no matter what I did, the slugs were destroying my hostas. My bird bath turned into a science experiment every 3 weeks, and honestly, I was just tired. And then my neighbor, she's been gardening for 40 years, came over one evening. She looked at my bird bath, reached into her pocket, and just dropped a few old pennies in. I thought she'd lost her mind. She just smiled and said, "Give it 2 weeks." 2 weeks later, that bird bath was cleaner than I'd ever managed to keep it. And that moment kind of cracked something open for me. I realized there was a whole world of garden knowledge that nobody had ever thought to teach me. Welcome back to Timeless Gardening, friends. So today I'm sharing 19 of those ideas, things that surprised me, things that work, and a few that made me laugh at myself for never having figured them out sooner. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any garden tips, and drop a comment below telling me the one garden challenge you're facing this season. What plant is giving you the most trouble right now? Which of these 19 ideas do you hope will solve your biggest garden headache? Let's get into it. Idea number 1. The pot-in-pot seasonal swap. Tired of bare spots when one plant fades? Here's a trick most gardeners never think of. Bury a slightly larger pot directly in the ground, leave it empty inside, and simply drop your potted seasonal plant right into it. When the season changes, pull out the old plant and swap in something new. Tulips in spring, petunias in summer, ornamental cabbage in fall. Same spot, always beautiful. No digging up roots, no bare patches, just a garden that looks curated all year long. This method makes seasonal swaps effortless and keeps your beds looking fresh and full. Using terracotta or plastic pots with drainage holes ensures water doesn't pool, and it's a technique that saves both time and stress. Even small changes like this can make your garden feel intentionally designed without a lot of work. Idea number 2, straw bale gardening. No good soil, no space, no raised bed budget? You might just need a bale of straw. Straw bales act as self-contained raised beds. Once conditioned for about 10 days by watering daily, the inside starts to break down and heat up naturally. Then you can plant directly into the top. Tomatoes, peppers, squash, herbs, whatever you like. As the season goes on, the bale decomposes, feeding the roots and leaving behind rich compost by the end. It's like gardening and composting at the same time. This method is perfect for small spaces or poor soil conditions, and it can even reduce the need for heavy digging or soil amendments. Just make sure to use straw, not hay, because hay can contain seeds that sprout and compete with your plants. With this simple setup, you'll have a productive, low-maintenance garden that keeps giving back all season long. Idea number 3, the wine bottle drip irrigator. What if an empty wine bottle could water your plants while you're on vacation? Fill a wine bottle with water, flip it upside down, and push the neck a couple of inches into the soil near your plant's roots. The soil naturally controls how fast the water drips out. As it dries, air enters the bottleneck and releases another slow trickle. One bottle can keep a plant hydrated for 2 to 3 days, and if you want to slow the flow even more, just poke a tiny hole in a cork and put it back in the bottleneck. This trick works especially well for container plants and garden beds with loose, well-draining soil. It's simple, cost-free, and completely hands-off once it's in place. You'll come back from a weekend away to happy, thriving plants without a single wilted leaf. Idea number 4, eggshell seed starters. Before you toss those eggshells, save them for your seedlings. They're a perfect biodegradable starter pot. Carefully crack the top of each shell, rinse it out, and set it back in the carton. Fill each shell with seed starting mix and plant 1 seed per shell. When it's time to transplant, gently crush the shell and plant it right in the soil. The calcium from the shell feeds your seedling as it breaks down, and because the roots aren't disturbed, there's zero transplant shock. The egg carton even doubles as a convenient seed tray. This method works especially well for tomatoes and peppers, which love calcium and don't like having their roots moved. It's a simple, sustainable way to give your seedlings a strong start while reducing waste. Plus, there's something satisfying about seeing those little seedlings grow up in their tiny natural pots. Idea number 5, aspirin water for stronger plants. Here's something you probably have in your medicine cabinet right now that your plants will love. Aspirin contains salicylic acid, the same compound plants naturally produce when they're under stress. Dissolve an uncoated aspirin tablet in a gallon of water and use it to water your plants every few weeks. It gives their immune system a gentle boost, helping seedlings root faster, increasing disease resistance, and even improving germination rates. 1 tablet per gallon is all it takes. Simple, safe, and surprisingly effective. Just make sure you use plain, uncoated aspirin, not the coated kind, and definitely not Tylenol or ibuprofen. This little trick is an easy, low-cost way to give your garden a stronger start and healthier growth throughout the season. Your plants will thank you with sturdier stems, lusher leaves, and more productive blooms. Idea number 6. Seed tape from toilet paper. If you've ever struggled to space tiny carrot or lettuce seeds correctly, this trick will change your whole season. Tear off strips of toilet paper and lay them flat. Dab a small amount of flour paste, just flour and water, at the spacing your seed packet recommends. Then press 1 seed onto each dab. Let it dry, roll it up, and store it until planting day. When you're ready, unroll the seed tape into a furrow, cover with soil and water. The toilet paper breaks down naturally, leaving perfectly spaced seeds with no thinning required. This method works best with small seeds like carrots, radishes, lettuce, and beets. It's a simple, low-cost way to take the guesswork out of planting and ensures a neat, even row of healthy seedlings every time. Your garden beds will look organized, and your plants will have the space they need to thrive. Idea number 7. Coffee grounds as a slug barrier. Slugs are eating your hostas, lettuce, and strawberries, and the solution might already be in your kitchen. Used coffee grounds create both a physical and chemical barrier that slugs really don't like. The rough texture irritates their soft bodies, and the caffeine is mildly toxic to them. Sprinkle a ring of grounds around vulnerable plants or along the perimeter of a raised bed. Many local coffee shops will even give away their used grounds for free, so it's a zero-cost solution that also slowly adds nitrogen to your soil as it breaks down. For best results, reapply the grounds after rain, and use them dry whenever possible. Wet grounds can cake and slow drainage. It's an eco-friendly, inexpensive way to protect your plants while giving your garden a little nutrient boost at the same time. Idea number 8. Copper pennies in the bird bath. Here's a garden trick that's been hiding in your spare change jar. Algae can quickly turn a bird bath into a slimy green mess, but copper is naturally algae resistant. Drop a few pre-1982 pennies, the ones made of solid copper, into your bird bath. The copper ions slowly leach into the water, keeping algae growth in check. It's completely safe for birds and can extend the time between cleanings dramatically. If you don't have old pennies, copper mesh or copper tape from a garden center works just as well. This simple, almost magical trick saves you scrubbing time and keeps your bird bath inviting for feathered visitors all season long. Idea number 9. Growing melons vertically on a trellis. If you've always thought melons need a lot of ground space, this idea will open up a whole new world. Watermelons, cantaloupes, and smaller melons can be trained to grow vertically on a sturdy trellis or fence. As the fruit grows heavier, support each melon with a sling made from an old t-shirt, pantyhose, or mesh produce bag tied to the trellis. This lifts the fruit off the ground, improving sun exposure, air circulation, and even speeding up ripening while protecting it from pests and rot. This technique works best with smaller melon varieties like sugar baby watermelon, Tiger melon, and Minnesota midget cantaloupe. By giving your vines vertical space, you not only save room in the garden but also end up with cleaner, healthier, and sweeter fruit that's easier to harvest. Idea number 10. Upside down tin cans to sweeten melons. One of the simplest old-timer tricks for sweeter melons and squash is surprisingly easy. Place small upside-down tin cans under developing fruit as it grows on the vine. The cans lift the fruit off the cool soil, letting it absorb more radiant heat from the sun. That extra warmth translates directly into sweeter, faster ripening melons, especially helpful in cooler climates or during a cooler summer. Any small tin can works: tuna cans, tomato paste cans, as long as they're stable and won't tip over in the wind. It's a low-cost, no-fuss way to improve flavor and ripening without chemicals, giving you melons that taste like they came straight from a professional garden. Idea number 11. Baking soda for sweeter tomatoes. If your tomatoes always come out a little too tart, the fix might be hiding in your pantry. Sprinkling a small amount of baking soda around the base of your tomato plants can gently reduce soil acidity over time. This subtle shift balances the flavors, resulting in slightly sweeter, more delicious tomatoes. Start with about a tablespoon per plant per week, and adjust as the season goes on, tasting the results as you harvest. Be careful not to overdo it. Too much baking soda can raise the soil pH too high and create other issues. Just a little goes a long way, giving your homegrown tomatoes that perfectly balanced flavor without any extra fuss or expensive soil amendments. Idea number 12. Cinnamon as a seedling protector. Damping off is the heartbreak of seed starting. Seedlings sprout beautifully, then suddenly collapse. Cinnamon is a natural antifungal that can prevent this before it starts. Simply sprinkle a thin layer of ground cinnamon on the surface of your seed starting mix. It creates an environment that's hostile to the fungi that cause damping off, and also helps deter fungus gnats, all without harming your seedlings. This trick works for both indoor and outdoor seedlings, and can even be dusted around the base of established plants to prevent soil mold and unwanted mushrooms. Regular grocery store cinnamon works perfectly, no fancy brands needed, making it an easy, affordable way to keep your young plants healthy from day one. Idea number 13. Fish tank water as free fertilizer. If anyone in your house has a freshwater fish tank, you're sitting on a supply of excellent, completely free fertilizer. When you clean the tank, that murky water is packed with nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and beneficial bacteria, all the nutrients your plants love. Instead of pouring it down the drain, use it to water your vegetable garden, houseplants, or heavy feeders like tomatoes, squash, and roses. Stick to established plants for this method. The nutrient concentration can be too strong for delicate seedlings. Using fish tank water not only recycles a household resource but also gives your plants a natural growth boost, helping them thrive while saving you money on commercial fertilizers. Idea number 14. Newspaper mulch between rows. Before you recycle those old newspapers, put them to work in your garden. Lay 5 to 8 layers of newspaper between your garden rows, and wet them thoroughly. Then cover with a thin layer of straw or wood chips. The newspaper blocks sunlight from reaching weed seeds, retains soil moisture, and gradually breaks down to feed your soil, all without the mess or cost of plastic weed barriers. For best results, stick to standard black ink newsprint and avoid glossy colored inserts. This simple eco-friendly technique keeps weeds at bay, conserves water, and enriches your soil naturally, creating healthier plants and tidier garden paths throughout the season. Idea number 15. Wrapping tomato cages in plastic wrap. Here's a way to give your early tomatoes a mini greenhouse without buying any special equipment. In early spring, when nights are still cold, wrap the bottom 2 rungs of your tomato cage with clear plastic wrap or sheeting. This creates a small windbreak and heat trap around the base of the plant, capturing daytime warmth and holding it overnight. It can let you plant tomatoes 2-3 weeks earlier than usual, giving your season a head start. Be sure to remove or roll up the plastic during the day, when temperatures rise above 70 degrees to prevent overheating. This simple DIY technique protects young plants from chill and helps them grow stronger and faster, all with materials you probably already have at home. Idea number 16. Ice cube seeds starting for precise moisture. Overwatering tiny seeds is one of the most common reasons they fail to germinate. Instead of using a watering can or spray bottle, place ice cubes on the surface of your seed starting mix. As the ice slowly melts, it releases water at a pace the soil can absorb. No waterlogging, no washing seeds sideways, no disturbing the delicate surface. This works especially well for very fine seeds like begonias, petunias, and snapdragons that can easily be dislodged by even a gentle spray. Use 1-2 ice cubes per small cell, distributing them evenly in larger trays, and you'll have perfectly moist soil that helps your seedlings thrive from the very beginning. Idea number 17. DIY rain garden for natural drainage. Does your yard have a low spot that always floods after heavy rain? Instead of fighting it, turn it into a feature with a rain garden. A rain garden is a shallow depression planted with moisture-loving natives, like marsh marigolds, cardinal flower, sedges, or Joe Pye weed, designed to collect runoff from your roof or driveway and let it slowly absorb into the ground. It's not a pond. It should drain within 24-48 hours, protecting your foundation, reducing erosion, and creating a beautiful habitat for wildlife. Placement is key. Direct water from downspouts or natural flow toward a low sunny spot at least 10 feet from your house. With careful planning, this simple garden feature manages stormwater naturally, benefits local wildlife, and adds vibrant, eye-catching plants to your landscape. Idea number 18. The living fence. Privacy with pollinators. Instead of a wooden privacy fence that you have to stain, repair, and eventually replace, why not create one that's alive? A living fence is a dense row of shrubs, climbers, or tall grasses that provides natural screening. Options like arbor vitae, native elderberry, or ornamental grasses give year-round privacy, while climbing plants like roses, honeysuckle, or clematis add blooms and fragrance. Beyond privacy, it supports pollinators and wildlife, creating a thriving, beautiful garden feature that improves over time instead of deteriorating. Choose native species whenever possible. They're naturally suited to your climate, require less water, and attract more local wildlife. Over the years, your living fence will grow stronger, fuller, and more vibrant, giving you a private, pollinator-friendly sanctuary right in your backyard. Idea number 19. Mason jar lanterns for evening garden magic. We'll save the best for last, because this one transforms your garden after sundown. Thread a length of thin wire around the neck of a mason jar to create a hanger, then drop in a battery-operated tea light. Hang them from low tree branches, garden hooks, or a pergola at varying heights. At dusk they glow with a soft, warm flicker that turns your garden into a magical, inviting space. Use warm white LED tea lights rather than cool white. The golden glow is what creates that enchanting ambiance. This inexpensive weatherproof trick adds charm and dimension to your outdoor space, making every evening feel like a celebration in your own backyard. And there you have it. 19 garden ideas that are simple, surprising, and truly transformative. Some of these tricks might make you scratch your head. Some might make you laugh. But all of them are ways to make your garden easier, more beautiful, and more fun this season. Gardening is a tradition passed down from one gardener to another. And along the way, some of these little secrets get lost. If even one of these ideas helps your garden thrive, it's already a win. Drop a comment below and tell me which idea you're trying first. I love hearing what's working in your gardens. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend who gardens. It's the nicest thing you can do for this channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new tip, trick, or garden inspiration from Timeless Gardening. Happy gardening, friends!